Yeah, I'm actually on the side of Jaylen Brown.
Really?
Yeah.
Man, you soft.
And
He's younger. He's
no,
younger.
Actually, no. I think what Jaylen Brown said was right. Giannis was the guy that was saying, "Oh, I'm not here to be buddy, opposing players in the league during the offseason. I'm not training. I'm not working out with them.
So how does that prove he's buddy?
Well, hold on. Here's the thing. It's like
now you're playing friendly.
Your team is struggling. You shouldn't be out there joking around with the opposing team.
Welcome to the Live Kingz podcast. We live in the city of Angels, our first traveling pod. I'm your co-host Jace. As always, we got my main man to the right, the A-lister. We'll end it like that. The Snow Bunny.
Oh boy.
King Push. Mr. JR.
What up, y'all? What
Get
up?
back
What up?
to the Snow Bunny.
I'm not self-proclaimed.
And as always, the YYZ, the DX. Actually, no. The YYZ, the LAX. The one with the flex.
Always more, nothing less.
I won't go to nothing less. I was trying to rhyme it. Nothing less.
I knew what I was going to rhyme it with.
Out here looking his best.
In the chest. Uncle Sammy.
What's up?
All right, folks. Let's just get into it.
Yeah.
I ain't got nothing else to say. So we're in LA, City of Angels. First impressions. Actually, last impressions. All impressions.
Yeah.
It's an amazing city.
So you've never been, just cleared up.
Yeah.
You've never been
out
Okay,
here.
cool.
Never been on the West Coast, specifically.
We did
LA.
a lot of things.
Did a lot. We were having dinner with celebrities. We met a few.
Shout out to Craig, that house manager there.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. You do your thing. You look good, bro.
Don't worry. In a couple years, he'll know who we are.
I
remember when that podcast was here.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a really nice city. We went various places. We went
Beverly Hills. We're staying in Santa Monica.
We were in Burbank for Warner Brothers Studios.
That was awesome.
Did a tour.
Warner Brothers. You want to talk about that?
I loved it. I you know what? The fact that you can see how it looks and then it transforms into when you see the screen, how it transforms. Yeah. And then we got to actually sit where the studio audience would be sitting and take in, how Big Bang was filmed or Friends. Yeah. That was really cool.
Not the show.
Oh, yeah. I guess it's filmed the same way. Big Bang Theory. I guess it probably could be filmed the same way.
Yeah. That was cool. That was, we did that our first day? No, second day. Second day here.
Had a lot of food.
A lot of
endless food options.
For sure.
The only thing, man, this tipping thing has to change, folks. If you already add the tip, don't put another line for tip, please, because you're going to get 0.
And people out there, when you get your receipt, don't just look at the total. The first thing I'm looking at is gratuities included.
Yeah.
Right? Because I'm already factoring in, because there's going to be a line somewhere there. I don't look at the total. I'm going straight to see where is gratuities included or not included.
Right.
Don't make that mistake of putting a tip on top of gratuity, because they won't tell you. You tipped. We already included it for you.
And nobody should feel ashamed or feel a certain way. No. They already getting paid.
Yep.
Yeah.
So chill.
Yeah.
Imagine tipping 40%.
Exactly. 40%. That's the thing. If you want a tip included, just put it as the price. Please.
Yeah.
If it's a forced tip, put it as the price.
Yeah. Mark up everything, including the tip.
But yeah, food. We got the beaches. Santa Monica Pier is lit.
The infamous and famous Santa Monica Pier. Yeah.
Where else did we go? We saw Bel Air a little bit.
Yeah. Beverly Hills.
Sports.
Yeah.
Went to the Clippers Raptors game.
Damn. In Inglewood.
Yeah, and then SoFi Stadium.
Yeah.
Inglewood ain't so tough. I had to say it. I'm sorry. No, I kind of got scared when you got dropped off.
If you don't think it's tough, they could show you how tough Inglewood is.
No.
We could put in a few.
We got dropped off at the other side, so I didn't want to go more into that.
But that was cool.
We know exact location where Ricky got shot.
Yeah.
Ricky.
Dare I say we have a reenactment somewhere out there. So our Saturday night, we went to the Intuit Dome.
Yep.
I want to get your all thoughts on that because it is innovative, it's
Impressive.
creative, it's out of this world.
Yeah.
So what was your initial thoughts on it?
I'll take that one.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. Like,
Yeah.
the fact that you just walk in
Yeah.
and then they're like, just give you a thumbs up, says welcome Sam,
Yeah.
Uncle Sammy, you know.
But yeah, it's a little bit, to me, I'm kind of like iffy. I think the convenience is there, but I'm also worried about like down the road kind of things, like piece of your identity or piece of the mark to track you back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I do work in that kind of industry where there's lots of issues around unions. There's lots of issues around people, religious matters of somehow your identity is being stored somewhere and it can map back to you. So
100%.
yeah, but so the app, you basically have to have the app installed.
Yeah.
You have to scan your face, right?
Yeah.
You basically walk there. They already know who you are. As you walk through the door, they're like, "Hey, Mr. Jace, welcome to the." Like, how did you know that?
Yeah.
I was wearing a hat. I took the picture without the hat. So it's like, what is it like? Did it get my soul print? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's kind of strange. You walk in to get food.
They just scan you. It says your name. Says welcome.
Already knows who you are. You take what you want. And you walk out. It's like it already knew I wanted chicken strips.
Yeah.
Those chicken strips are good.
Mm-hmm.
I would go back just for the chicken strips.
They were pretty good.
Yeah.
It's
Shout out to Kingz.
Yeah. Razor Kingz. And the Samsung's I think it was Samsung that makes the screen inside there. That circular screen, it's very impressive.
Oh, for sure. And also too, I think they really did with Intuit Dome, they marketed it as there is not a single bad seat in there.
Yeah.
Right?
But we had good seats. We did
have good seats, but I'm looking at this and like from different pictures that different people have taken at various games or concerts is there's legit not a bad seat in there at all.
Yeah.
Right? So that's good. They made it like a fan-centric environment. So no matter if you're way at the top, down low, in a corner, you have a 360 view of everything, right? So that's cool. Even the outside.
The outside's nice.
They have
it's like you're walking into a museum,
court,
right?
Like that's so cool. They have this huge screen on the screen.
Well,
They're
post pics
displaying,
up.
for sure. On the screen, they were displaying flights landing in and out or taking off and departing from LAX. Like they had pretty cool atmosphere there. It's nice, right?
As soon as you walk in, you see the practice. They have the practice courts, which is cool.
Practice courts.
Yeah. No one was practicing.
SoFi wasn't too shabby as well. I thought it was very nice.
Yeah.
Like the screen, going back to the screen, LA knows how to do its screens, yo.
Yeah.
Shout out to Samsung.
Yeah, for sure.
Damn, that screen is even more impressive than the Intuit Dome screen.
Because
I thought
it's huge.
It's huge.
Pause.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that was cool, and you could see though, SoFi is very bougie.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
like they have a lot of suites. Like when I was looking around, you're sitting in like the most premium, comfiest chairs. It's not like those actual hard plastics you're sitting on.
Field is nice.
And
Field is
both of them, SoFi and Intuit, has a lot of leg room. So it's not like really and I'm not a tall guy, but even why is your knees up into your chest? Like, you know?
Yeah.
And even if you get up for somebody to walk by, they could walk by without rushing on you or like knocking your drink. Like stuff like that's important, right?
Yeah.
You know,
the only complaint, and it's not about the facilities or the game or the technology.
Yeah.
LA, you guys, it's not a social event. You guys got to show some
up on time,
passion. Show up on time.
For sure.
You guys got to where's your mascots?
Yeah.
What happened to that? What happened to throwing out jerseys and like having confetti and stuff like that? Like getting the fans involved. It's like, we scored.
For sure. Well, and I think that's just
they got to build it up. The Chargers had their mascot. That guy's gone.
Yeah.
They're just relying on the techniques and the technology of the screen. I think.
Which
you know what I mean?
cool.
Maybe they got to pay for it. They try to cut back on certain
Fired
things.
mascot.
But yeah, you're missing that. You're missing that fandom. Like you were talking about the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah.
It's technology-wise, it's nowhere not even close. But like you feel like you're at a game with like passionate fans, and it's
Bills
like,
fans are different though. Like they rock the stadium. Like we talk. Well, they're getting a new stadium, so they may actually have the technology and the fans.
And that'll be crazy.
That's
crazy.
Yeah. But also too, like I think it's just LA has always had that we're too cool vibe, right?
All right.
And also too, when you think of like the makeup of LA, or you mentioned about the Bills, like no offense, but what else does Buffalo have?
You started a war.
I'm
to all our Buffalo fans out there.
As we sit in our suite in Santa Monica.
Right? And we're not too far from Buffalo, right? So
right now we are. But
like, think about with the makeup of LA. You got the Chargers, Rams, right? You got the Dodgers. You got the LA Angels, right? For hockey, you've got the Anaheim Ducks. You've got the LA Kings. Basketball, you got the Clippers, Lakers, right? So there's such a big makeup of teams that I just feel like there is no actual fandom.
You know what? I think we haven't been to a Dodgers game.
Right.
Dodgers is historic, and I think the Lakers is historic. Maybe we have to be part of those.
True.
You know what I mean? I would
maybe
reserve.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll choose my right to reserve.
Yeah.
Shout out to Otani and the
for sure.
LA Dodgers.
For sure. Yeah.
Nah, I'm not sure. No,
no.
He could have signed.
That's what I just said for sure.
He could have signed with the
Can't
Blue
hate
Jays.
greatness.
He could have signed with the Blue Jays.
And he wouldn't have won.
We don't know. Maybe he could have helped.
It takes more than one.
Yeah.
He wasn't even the best. He was like injured too. But yeah.
I'm
no,
gonna hate.
Man.
Haters gonna hate.
Like LA's just that city where we're too cool. Where you might be rubbing shoulders with a celebrity.
We saw Adam Sandler the other day. Shout out to Adam Sandler. We saw you at the Starbucks. We saw something else last night.
We did?
We did.
I didn't.
He missed it. We did.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about.
I have no idea what you're talking
know
about.
what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about, but I didn't see it.
But yeah. Cool, man.
So we're going to talk about what apparently you've seen?
You pointed it out to me.
Oh, man.
Didn't he point it out to me?
I don't know. I didn't see. I was like, what are you guys talking about?
Wait, we said we're not going to talk about
Okay. Never mind. Yeah, we ain't talking about snow bunnies here.
Oh, man. Oh, and another thing. So all three of us, we went to Tampa, Washington, and then now LA. Tailgate. There was.
We were in the wrong spot.
Yeah,
True.
they were
Yeah,
tailgating.
yeah.
But I still feel like what we seen in Tampa.
Tampa
right?
was
What
Tampa's
we seen in
experience.
Washington.
Yeah.
Like
But remember when we came back, we went to, we went to Target and then we came back out. It was pretty loud.
It was, but I just feel
it was
like
pretty crazy. They're all drunk by then too.
Oh yeah, but people are too cool for that here because it's LA, right? It's not like it's a small market city like the Bills or let's say Tampa, where this is like there are people that show up to the tailgate just for the tailgate. They don't even have a ticket to the game.
Yeah.
They're gonna tailgate and then they're gonna go home, right? Because that's like the everything. I feel like here's people are too cool for that.
Yeah.
People are in their G-Wagons, Teslas. Like there's a Tesla like every corner.
Every corner there's the Waymo.
Yeah.
That thing's
Talk about
freaky.
That.
So we're seeing cars drive around and no one's inside, and it looks like it has cameras on every angle. So I'm thinking it's like security, some kind of like demolition man, like in the future monitoring all of us.
Yeah.
No, that is like a Uber kind of ride where a car without anyone inside will come to you, open the door, and tell you to come on in, and I'll take you to where you want to go.
Yep.
It is freaky.
Yeah.
If this is the future, I'm happy and I'm kind of worried too. We're talking about it, right?
Yeah.
Like with all this technology.
For sure.
I hope they figure it out where it doesn't really replace humans, but just kind of help humans where it makes sense.
Yeah.
Think about it. If your car is like an Uber, then you don't need Uber drivers. So it's people who are depending on being a taxi driver, depending on an Uber driver, that's gone.
Yeah.
The companies are making more money because they can make total profit.
They charge the same price.
Yeah, exactly.
And they have no one to pay for labor.
Yeah. But then what do those people do that are working
True.
driving Ubers? It's interesting.
No, it's true. But also too, like on the flip side, I just think like as humans, we have a very high error rate, right? Versus with technology, it can be programmed to be able to say, okay, making a lane change from this distance in front to this distance behind, no lane change can be made. You can program that, but with the human, we're thinking, yeah, I can make that. Meanwhile, the person's right behind you, right? Like, so there are benefits to it, efficiencies, right? And
I can't even walk off the curb without falling.
There's efficiencies, but like at the end of the day, I think we're not perfect. That's why we're human.
Yeah,
and we shouldn't try to like strive for perfection. I think like
things are like cool or good. I know what you're saying.
Like, why do we have to perfect everything? Just like stop.
Well, we're talking about like okay, how much more money can a company make?
Exactly.
So Apple, for example, how much can they like get their phones made without human intervention?
Right.
But then who are the humans that are going to pay to buy
What's
that?
The
because
cause and effect.
Right. How do I have money to put $2,000 out for an iPhone if my job is replaced? So who's going to buy it? Like, you know what I mean? Now the taxi drivers, if they're gone, now they can't afford to get it.
Right.
Then there's self cash out. So cashiers aren't there. Everything is Intuit. They don't really need anybody there because it's all cashless.
Yep.
True.
So it's like, so now all of these people lose their jobs. Who's paying to now? Who's buying phones? Like, you know,
that's true.
Are you gonna do universal basic income? And then
does
everyone has
need,
the
like,
same thing? That doesn't make sense.
Everyone needs a universe. Everyone needs to be an engineer. But like for every engineer, you probably take care of 1,000 robots.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's true.
It's like, anyways.
But to go back to your point that you're mentioning though about like we need to stop striving for perfection. But I think it's not necessarily that we're looking for perfection. I think it's more so we're just looking for efficiency. If I'm paying X amount of dollars for a new iPhone, right? Let's say $1,500 for a new iPhone. I'm expecting certain things out of that because I'm paying such a premium price for it, right? Now, I'm not looking for it to replace, a human or have it do certain functions that humans used to do or whatever the case may be. But I'm just looking for efficiency. How is it going to improve my life?
So yes, efficiency, right?
Yeah.
I got something that will challenge you and make you go back.
Okay.
We're basically, like I'm saying, we're looking for efficiencies.
Yeah.
We're creating sex robots that are even better than humans. People are buying sex robots.
How do you
know? And another pod.
That's another thing we're not supposed to talk about.
I think we saw a video, but like more people. Lamar Odom was out there creating his own Khloe Kardashian in a robot form that he can have on demand whatever he wants.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So like, think about it.
Yeah.
We're getting away from humans, but like, who are we competing with?
Robots.
Why do we need that?
Yeah.
Don't you want to have sex with a woman rather than a robot? Are you talking about efficiency?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can get me off in 2 minutes.
0.2 seconds earlier.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. But
is that the efficiency you're looking for?
No. Definitely not. But there's a market for that.
He's like, I can watch a show and eat my food right after.
Right? There's a market for that. There are people that are looking for that. It might not be us per se, right? But,
But the people who are looking for it aren't down in reality. Those are the ones who want to fill their pockets more.
Yeah, it does go back to corporations making more money.
Yeah.
So they're getting efficiencies, like what you're saying, but at the end of the day, they're cutting
maximizing.
Yeah, they're cutting the corners for paying and maximizing profits.
Yeah.
Because
they're not going to lower the price. You think what you're paying. When has it ever a price got lower?
It's never.
In your years of living. It's always gone higher.
Yeah. What did the first iPhone start at, and now what is it at right now?
Exactly. The first iPhone had much more humans involved in making it. Right now, I'm pretty much. They're probably just doing the quality check. Like, how does it look right now?
And it's costing way
and
more.
It costs way more.
Yeah.
But it's a chain reaction, though. It's not like Apple is raising their prices. Also, do you have to think of
they're raising their prices?
No. But
chips are getting cheaper. All that stuff is.
I don't think so.
Shrinkflation.
They are, man.
No. Okay. Look at this as an example, right? For an airline, right? If there's demand, they'll put out aircraft. They'll put seats available for people to buy.
Mm-hmm.
But they're not the ones in control of the jet fuel, right? So now if jet fuel goes up, that seat goes up. if the government taxes go up in that airport that they have to land, which they can't control, that's the government, those fees are going to go up, which means their price is going to go up.
If the jet fuel goes down, does the fee go down?
It all depends.
Never goes down.
Well, yeah.
Never goes down. I'm telling you, if it went down to ground zero dirt, they will still have that standard. But if it raises a little, they would raise it.
You know why? Because they know you're going to pay it. So if everyone's already paying, let's say $500, I'm just going to choose a generic price. If they know JR is going to pay $500, Jace is going to pay $500, other side's going to pay $500, what would be the benefit of them saying, you know what, jet fuel's down, let's do $300? Because the flight sold out at $500 anyway.
Right. But also, too, we do have to look at, okay, when there are events like Black Friday, Boxing Day, like, right? Yes, their profit margin does go down to be able to mark them down at a lower price to be able to attract the audience to buy, right? So there are instances, right?
Do you actually think Black Friday is not Black Friday like before?
I was just going to say that it's not the same. And when they bring stuff down, pay attention that they're bringing out a new product. Because usually when they're bringing the Black Friday sales is like, okay, we're going to use Black Friday to clear inventory so we can stock up with the new one that we're going to charge way more for. And that's what they usually do. Because now Black Friday sales are not good.
It's not a sale.
I'm looking at Amazon Prime and I was like, what am I doing?
What a horrible sale.
What? I didn't buy anything on Amazon Prime.
True. But that's just capitalism,
caught in the machine,
though, right?
Caught in the machine.
Yeah.
A sale ain't a sale.
But okay. In that instance, we mentioned about Amazon, right? Is Amazon, they're just, anybody could be an independent seller on Amazon, right? So I could buy, I don't know, cases of water at the grocery store for $2, but sell it on Amazon for $5.
Yeah.
But Amazon has no control over that pricing, right? Because I'm the one who's marking up my own pricing and whatnot.
Well, they do add a cost on top of that. So technically, you do have to make sure you cover that cost.
True.
Plus whatever profit you want.
But Prime, I'm sure they work with companies or something to get like...
Probably.
Yeah. And advertise it and stuff. Yeah. But I found there was nothing good on Prime Day.
Yeah. Well,
and it's mostly their products are on sale.
Yeah.
Their security cameras, their echoes. It's not like
the most off usually. Yeah.
Giannis and Jaylen Brown.
That was interesting.
It was.
Giannis is a child? Is Giannis a child?
I don't know.
He's always been like that. It's interesting that Jaylen Brown was so upset about it. I thought it was a little fun.
It's competition.
Yeah, exactly. So like, if I pull my hand back, like, who cares?
Yeah, exactly. We stood in high school.
Yeah. And he smiled too. He's like, I got him. I think he was proud that he got him. Yeah.
But that's the thing. Going back to, we talk about this generation being soft. You're complaining about that.
Yeah.
When like you have Kevin Garnett or Larry Bird cussing you out about your mama, this and you know what I mean? That's why you can't do anything these days. Everything is something about a complaint. Yeah. And then you have the whole atmosphere supporting you that he's too harsh, he's joking, he should be this. So like, what do you do?
Yeah.
Giannis, you keep doing that, man.
And his team sucks. Like, what do you want from him? He's trying to have a little fun. Like,
all right, so that's kind of like, do you want to comment on that?
Yeah, I'm actually on the side of Jaylen Brown.
Really?
Yeah.
Man, you soft.
And
he's younger.
Actually, no. I think what Jaylen Brown said was right. I think because if we backtrack a bit, Giannis was the guy that was saying, "Oh, I'm not here to be buddy with opposing players in the league during the offseason. I'm not training. I'm not working out with them. So
how does that prove he's buddy?
Well, hold on. Here's the thing. It's like,
now you're playing friendly.
Your team is struggling. You shouldn't be out there joking around with the opposing team, which, by the way, the Celtics are contending to
defending their championship, right?
You take it as joking around?
I take it as joking around.
You don't think it's like a mental game?
No, I don't think so.
Really?
Because what mental games is he playing when his team is below 500?
Way below,
think Doc Rivers is going to make it through the season. You guys they had Damian Lillard. That's not working out. Your team is struggling. Right, the Bucks are supposed to be.
Damian Lillard sucks.
Whoa,
I don't know about that. I just think that the chemistry is a little bit off. Drew Holiday is now on the Celtics, and he's a big factor.
Drew Holiday is a glue guy.
Oh yeah. There's a reason why he was on Team
Middleton's
USA.
out.
Yeah.
Middleton's out. He's injured. So there's a lot going on. Like I don't want to see you. If I'm a Bucks fan, I don't want to see you joking out there, even if it's like a slight joke.
Out of
or
everything that Giannis has done, isn't he been the most passionate NBA player, at least in the last since he came into the league? Why you can't cut him some slack?
Yeah, but the last couple of years,
he plays hard every time. All-Star game, he's playing hard.
Yeah,
he's the only one.
He is. But come on,
can he have his team sucks?
Yeah,
he's scoring 43 points a game and he can't win. Give him a break.
No.
Give him a break.
The record doesn't allow. If the roles were reversed,
what record?
It was a Celtics.
He's not getting any help.
He got players on the team still.
That's why Dame sucks.
Oh
boy, you got players. It's my name.
Do you guys think that Giannis contending days are over, or do you think that he just needs a fresh start?
I don't know, because I think he
seems to be going.
Yeah,
I think he still has good days.
Does.
Like he's still in his prime. He's still 100%. Young. I don't like the idea of a fresh start because it means that he's moving. Yeah. I kind of see him as a guy who's loyal.
Is he getting better than he was before? Is he adding to his game? Is what I'm trying to say.
I think he is.
So players, has he plateaued? Do you know what I mean? Like,
so he's reached his max potential.
That's what I'm trying to see. Has he reached it? Because
he perhaps
has he added shooting? Has he added there's things that he was not as good at?
Maybe the only thing is not on the court. Maybe it's leadership that he has to add, because maybe that's what he's lacking.
Yeah,
it's just that total leadership of pulling everyone together.
Well, also too, I think with him being one of the premier, players in the league, I'm interested to know if he had a say in them hiring Doc Rivers.
According to what I heard, he did.
I would think so.
Which a huge saying.
Great. I mean, don't get me wrong. Despite Doc's failures during the playoffs, he has been around good teams. Lob City, back with the Clippers.
Yeah, but
right?
Good Philly, teams getting not great results.
Right.
Yeah.
But I'm just looking at some of the players that Doc has coached. So you take a little bit from what you've learned from Blake Griffin, Chris Paul, DeAndre Jordan, when he was with the 76ers. You take a little bit from Joel Embiid. I think Simmons was there at the time, whatnot. So you have a little bit, and you could use some of the...
question for you, though. Yeah. If you're taking a little bit from all of these players, shouldn't you be getting better?
Well, that's the thing, right? You on paper, great. Doc seems fine, and you think, okay, that's going to be coming into the locker room, which is why I'm wondering if Giannis had pull in saying, I want Doc Rivers to coach.
I think because what you're saying, it should make sense that he's getting better.
Right.
But I actually think he was actually better coach back then. So he's actually getting progressively worse as he's going in his career.
Getting bad habits.
Yes. And then so maybe he's not adapting. So he could be learning, but he's not adapting. And obviously, clearly, it's not coming into results.
True.
So maybe it's past his time. I think if he gets fired, he won't see another head coaching opportunity.
I think so.
You think so?
I think so. Because you know what?
He has influence somehow.
Yeah, he does.
He has influence.
Yeah, I can't.
How do you go from broadcasting and then all of a sudden I'm taking over the premier?
But sometimes it's influence from players though. So I'll give you an example. Steve Nash. How did he become a head coach? Kevin Durant.
KD wanted him.
You know what I mean? So sometimes these guys say what they want, and then I could see Doc Rivers
to keep your star player happy, right?
For sure.
But I can't see another player now reaching out saying we need Doc Rivers.
But would you think Giannis would have thought Doc Rivers was that type?
I think he would have thought it off of reputation and thinking that he's gonna adapt a lot of things, and he's like, "What the hell is this?" Like,
right? And, and that's what I'm saying. Like, forget Doc's failures during the playoffs. He's been around some really good players, right? And I'm thinking the mentality is, okay, I'm pretty sure, my opinion, Giannis has that pull. He could go to the GM, the owner says, I want this, I want that. Maybe he had pull in having Dame signing, right?
Yeah. I think there was.
Right? So, okay, great. You're going to do things that are not only going to help you, but help the team and the franchise. Great. But at the same time, it's like, if it's not working right now, which it's not, don't you kind of want to get rid of the problem, which potentially could be Doc Rivers? We don't know. But if it's a coach, say you're going straight back to them and say, he's got to go.
Call spade a spade. I don't
Yeah.
like Dame, but he's not 100% of the problem.
No.
Before Doc Rivers got there, they were 10 games over 500 with Adrian Griffin, right?
Adrian Griffin wasn't the problem.
He wasn't the problem. You got basically the same roster, right? And you just are playing better. Before that, Budenholzer. What is his name? Budenholzer.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know why they got rid of him.
Yeah.
He gave you the championship. He had a good relationship with Giannis.
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell that was. That was the downfall right there.
See, the thing is, they were expecting not just one. I think they're expecting championships, and they now went they're like one of the worst teams in the
But that's what these guys got to realize, that to win multiple championships is the most difficult thing you could do. There's only the Bulls, Lakers, and San Antonio.
Golden State.
Obviously Golden State. But like everyone else is winning one and done, and then you got to rebuild because you don't have that market.
Yeah, it's hard.
Oh, it's true.
Very difficult. But at least you could have, man. So does Giannis leave? Because there's a lot of rumors going around.
I think he'll eventually leave. I think he's loyal, but it's hard though, because when you set up a team to have so much money on the books, how can then you ask to be traded? They're gonna want assets, and they're gonna have to clear out everything. So it's just hard. But who's gonna want Chris Middleton, who's always hurt?
Yeah.
Who's gonna want
Dame
Lillard?
Not is aging.
Yeah.
Brook Lopez is kind of winding down in his career.
Everyone's done, right?
So
Giannis market will be there.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, that's for sure. But not to get help. You're not gonna be able to get help. I don't know.
I don't think actually Giannis would leave. Like when you watch like all the movies about him and like the stories, Milwaukee took a chance with him, and I think he's like grateful. I hope he's like a throwback.
But I feel like it's not.
I think he'll stick with
Milwaukee wasn't the only team that wanted to take a chance.
Correct.
The Raptors were trying to. They called every team.
Exactly.
They had a deal for him too, actually, with OKC, but OKC had Steven Adams on the board, was still there, so they said, we're not going to make the deal, our guy's there. Or else he'd be a Raptor.
I feel like Giannis is loyal, regardless of how the cards shell. Like, if it was Toronto, he would be loyal to us.
Yeah.
If it was
he's
Milwaukee,
because
like,
you're saying.
he's keeping his brother around. I think they're looking out for him. Nepotism.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just feel like he'll stay
you
around.
ever watch his brother play?
God,
he airballs layups.
Yeah.
Well, he got a podcast now.
Yeah.
So
Which
his brother got a podcast.
Man, he might come out.
It's actually entertaining. He makes fun of himself on the podcast.
Oh, okay. So that's cool.
But yeah, I feel like he'll stick around and try to figure it out with them.
Yeah.
I think Giannis is that type, like, we'll sit down and let's figure it out. Because he's a prime player. What are you going to get in return for him? You're not getting a Luka.
No.
You're not getting...
You're going to have to get picks. Like, you need to get, like, 4 first-round picks. And
You're basically going
rebuild.
back.
Yeah.
They're not far off. I think the coaching is the problem, and then 1 or 2 moves, and you're kind of back in the mix.
Man.
True.
That's the Raptors, how that works when you lose Kawhi. Remember? It's not easy.
Also, too, you mentioned about how you're not going to get like a superstar trade.
Yeah.
I think the last one we seen was Kawhi DeMar trade.
No, that's not the last one.
Yeah.
DeMar's not a superstar.
He is.
DeMar is an all-star.
Okay, fine. Okay,
you can agree with me on that. DeMar is an all-star.
I love DeMar. I love DeMar.
Thank you.
Same here.
He is an all-star.
Okay, fine. We won't say superstar because the superstar. Let's say there's.
He's a borderline though, because he at the end of games. He can hit shots that are big shots, right?
But that's not borderline. You're an all-star and you're all-star. You're not even starting on the all-star team.
But I know what you mean. Yeah. When you say superstar, like Steph Curry.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. All-star.
Yeah.
So that was the last
time. Superstar is
a
franchise player. DeMar needs Lowry. It's not his own thing.
Nowadays, everyone needs a number 2. But I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
I understand what you're saying.
So that's the last time we've seen a trade like that. Take place, right?
Yeah.
So, but it is possible though, where for the Bucks, you'd be like, you know what, we're gonna trade Giannis, and we're just gonna get a bunch of draft picks.
Okay, let's play devil's.
Let's
play devil's advocate.
Okay.
I would disagree with you and say Cat for Julius Randolph was the last one.
No, Julius Randle is not.
He's not even an all-star.
No. Julius Randle's not an all-star.
No, he plays really good.
He's not an all-star,
and he was under the New York bright lights. right?
I don't think he's an all-star.
No, I don't think.
All right.
He makes some plays that I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Why are you shooting that 3 at this point in time? Like,
all right. We'll reserve my judgment because I don't have proof. until we get to the All-Star break.
I would say Brunson is better than Julius Randle.
Yeah.
I would say, and
I really like Brunson.
He is, yeah.
You know why? He's the one player. I don't know why he did it.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense to me. He took such a pay hit for everybody else to make money. And I don't feel like any one of his friends
would have done the same.
Would have done that. And it's like your career is only so. Maybe he doesn't value money the same way as others. Because if he makes $100 million, you're good. Like, you know what I mean? So
still 100 more than what we'll make, right?
You know, but he could have made like 200 million, and he's not looking at it that way. So
that's true.
Since we've talked about it, I had to big him up.
Okay, let me bring it back to you. I got a proposal. I don't think Giannis will leave, but I got a proposal that I think will work.
You got a trade proposal?
Yeah.
Okay.
We get rid of the disgruntled Joel Embiid. And we flip him for Giannis.
You see, I was about to say that too.
Yeah.
The only way a superstar for superstar trade could work is if it's two superstars that need to change. Yeah. And that
is a good one, and I think Philly would take off from there because they got the coach. They got the coach. They got PG, who is a superstar.
Yeah.
I don't think he's an all-star. He's a superstar.
Tyrese Maxey.
Yeah. And you got Giannis.
Yeah.
And you got that bench.
That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
I think Philadelphia says yes. I think Milwaukee says no.
But I think, if Giannis wants to leave,
then you have no choice but to look at it.
That's your best option. Yeah. You just have to deal with an idiot.
Unless they might value picks more than they value Joel Embiid.
Yeah.
And that gives you opportunity to like start rebuilding. You got Joel Embiid. You don't need a Brook Lopez.
No.
So maybe you kind of like Brook Lopez is valuable.
Yeah.
True. So many teams that need a really good
for
big.
A contender, you need it. Yeah.
He would look nice on the Lakers. To be honest with you.
You know, or you look at the kind of model of what OKC has done, right? They traded for SGA.
Chet.
Right?
Yeah, that would be a good pickup. That would be a good pickup.
Oh, they're not trading him.
I know what I'm saying to get like a Brook Lopez to kind of fill that gap for now.
Oh, because he's out for like 3 months maybe.
Yeah. Or I'm not sure how much Giannis has left on his contract, right? He could potentially walk free agency. I don't know. I don't know the structure or how many years he has left, right? But or you trade and you just rebuild. You gain multiple first round draft picks, right? And you build. Say, look, we're not going to win in the next 5 years. Right?
But do you give up that easily? Because Giannis he has a lot of prime left.
He does, but
because you know how hard it is for a market like Milwaukee to get a superstar.
That's the
Giannis is the best player they've ever had.
But that's what he's saying. And if you have draft picks, you can bring in those superstars. But
the chances
OKC is rare because OKC hits on their draft pick.
Yeah,
a lot of teams get like second overall pick and you miss.
The last one they got was like Ray Allen they drafted, and that was Ray Allen was drafted by the Sonics.
Yeah,
traded.
Yeah.
So Tim Thomas was probably the last one that they drafted that was really good, but
you got to hit on these picks. OKC, I really love how
I don't think you risk losing a generational talent like Giannis, especially in Milwaukee, because that ain't happening for another 20 years. Unfortunately.
True.
Oh, and I just remembered, OKC made a trade, so they didn't draft Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. They had the chance to get him. Paul
they
George,
traded for
right?
him.
So that's having picks to take advantage of that situation at the time too.
Right.
Yeah. And you could do that with a Paul George.
Yeah.
Even look at Memphis, right? The Grizzlies drafted Ja. Who's a Canadian they got? Edie, right? So they're building. They're building from the ground up.
Yeah, they got some good players.
So, yes, because it'll be very hard to trade for Giannis. Because the Bucks are going to be asking for a lot back.
Right. You're going to have to at least 4 first round picks or something like that. Yeah.
We need this year, or we need, upcoming draft.
You have to trade every other year. Right? So it'd be like 2026, 2028. And that puts you far.
Oh, yeah. Unless maybe they could pull like some, like what we've been seeing common is like these 3-team trades or something.
Yeah, they get other teams.
Something kind of favors for everyone, right?
All right. So the trade is kind of hard, right?
Yeah.
Unless they do the Joel Embiid thing, which might be the best option.
Yeah.
Giannis stays. The first immediate problem is getting rid of Doc Rivers. Y'all agree?
Yes, for sure.
Do we then look at getting something for Dame?
you'd be able to get some from Dame because there's teams that are contenders that need to
for
trade.
sure. Yeah. Right? Like they need someone. They need someone like a Norman Powell, right?
Yeah, now he's valued.
He was a bench player for the Raptors. He went to Portland. I'm not sure. Was he
Portland,
starting? Was
probably.
he starting?
Probably.
Can't remember.
Yeah.
I think he was because Portland after Dame left was all over the place. And then now he's a starter, and he's probably going to be an all-star this season. I think so. For what he's averaging
a lot.
Maybe an all-star reserve.
They have to win a little bit more.
Yeah.
I think to really separate themselves.
But you know what though? Even though they might not have the record, the Clippers, his stats don't lie.
His stats are good,
right? He's a starter now, right? So maybe look for not for Norman, but you look someone similar to him, right? Where maybe a change of scenery.
A Jimmy Butler. We heard things about Pat Riley's not liking what Jimmy Butler's kind of doing these days. Possibly looking on the market to get rid of him. Dame for Jimmy.
I don't know.
That might be good for Giannis though.
Yeah, Jimmy does a no nonsense. I would love that teammate.
Yeah. No, for sure. I think that would work.
I don't know. Karl Anthony Towns wasn't a fan of that style. I guess.
But you see, that's what I think. Like we all look at Giannis as that happy-go-lucky guy, but he works hard.
He works hard. Yeah,
and I think Jimmy will appreciate that.
Yeah, and they both take it super serious because they both want to win, right?
Yeah. I think that's fair.
Yeah.
That's a potential.
You never know.
And Bucks, if you guys need to facilitate this trade, give us a call. We're available.
Trust me, the best trade would be Joel Embiid.
We charge a small
You don't want to accept Joel Embiid.
I wouldn't accept Joel Embiid. Oh, yeah. If I'm a Milwaukee fan, no. I would say no.
I would. Why not?
Okay, you want to deal with that? Do we want to get into that?
Yes.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, get into it. How do you feel about Joel Embiid?
You first.
Me? I think he actually has potential to be a superstar in the league.
Okay, I actually would give you this. He's a superstar. He's a superstar when healthy.
His game.
Because he just won MVP. He's coming in second behind Jokic. You ain't better than Jokic.
Which is tough. That's tough. I mean, right? Even same for Giannis, right? He was always at number 2 under Jokic, right? But I think for him, a change of scenery is probably the best thing.
But won't he get back in his head?
No, I think...
You think he's that smart to think a change of scenery would solve the problem? It's just like girls and guys when you think, I gotta get a new relationship. Yeah. You have the same bad habits, man. Nothing's gonna change.
If you're bringing the same bad habits, then you're not gonna.
What changes overnight? Nothing, it's not like he's an Elon Musk who has the IQ to actually figure out his weaknesses.
That does make a good point though, because I was just thinking to myself, Joel Embiid last year, he was on the TNT set and he was like, if the Boston Celtics, he was talking trash about the Boston Celtics when the Boston Celtics beat them up in the playoffs. You know what I mean? He's like, oh, if we were healthy, don't say that. Yeah. Like you saying that doesn't change anything.
Shows how stupid you are.
You know what I mean? So it's like, well, we would have beat them. Yeah. Well, why didn't you then? Like,
if I would have scored 20 points and get 20 rebounds, we would have beat them. No shit, Sherlock.
Yeah, exactly. I'd be LeBron James if I was born as LeBron James. Like, you know what I mean?
So stupid. Yeah, that'd be horrible. At least he'll get out of a market that not going to boo him as much, maybe. Might have a little bit more sympathy for him.
I don't know. There's a lot of markets that don't like him, actually.
That's true. Yeah. But, like, maybe you need... Because has the Philly fans gotten on his case yet?
I think they will when he comes back.
Yeah,
when he comes back, because he basically blamed... He shouldn't have said in that context. That's why I'm saying he's so dumb. He's talking to Philly fans to say people in Philly are...
Yeah, he's like, you should treat me better than what you are. But it was one reporter that did it. Yeah,
he spread it across everywhere.
Because then the Philly fans like, what are you talking about? Like,
he's always pointing fingers. The Ben Simmons thing is one thing, but he made the Philly fans turn on him because that's when he was this MVP year. Yeah. He pointed out Ben Simmons when you needed Ben Simmons. He pointed at Harden. He said, Harden's not playing as Harden. But why did we get him? He kept on pointing fingers at other people. Nothing's pointing back at him in his mind.
Maybe he needs to look into the mirror.
You know what? But is he that dumb?
He's like, oh shoot, it's pointing right back.
Talking about Snow Bunny and Dr. Umar.
Yeah.
We saw who he's taking pictures with, who he's dating.
Yeah.
Does he actually think? Google it. Does Joel Embiid actually think he will get that if he doesn't have the money? No snow bunny's gonna watch you and say, you know what? I want to make him my boyfriend because you ain't that good looking.
Yeah.
That's Dr. Umar said it exactly like that. You ain't getting that based on your looks.
I don't know.
She's getting ready for a paycheck.
100%.
And he's perfect because he's so dumb. He's gonna get her pregnant.
You know what though? It's not that he's just dumb. It's just he knows what the situation is, but he's not gonna.
I don't think he knows. I don't think he knows.
Everybody knows.
He doesn't know. He thinks like I got the money. I'm the center of Philly.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm this big guy with muscles. They all want me. I don't know why I did.
I think the opposite.
Rest in peace.
Yeah. I think the opposite. Because there are girls out here say they won't even talk to a guy if their height starts with a 5.
Yeah.
So his height alone.
Tell me about
it. His height alone's gonna have eyes.
Eyes on him. Now, I'm not saying they're gonna talk, but I'm saying he's going to get.
What are
that
their
attention.
Conversations like?
I don't know.
But she doesn't care.
Exactly.
Yeah,
it's just like I'm on Dr. Umar on this one, man. You actually think that he would?
I think so, because there are girls out here who they want a tall man to have tall kids. That's it.
But you tall kids, but how are they gonna if they look like Joel Embiid? What the hell are you gonna do?
I don't know.
You gotta hope they got money too. It's just a cycle that goes through.
Joel Embiid, I'm predicting it today.
Yeah.
Today.
Okay.
Joel Embiid will get this girl pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
The girl will all of a sudden file for the separation.
Okay.
We'll get spousal support and we'll get child support. And Dr. Umar will come back and I will come back and say, I told you so.
I'm not gonna bet against that.
She knows she caught a dumb one.
You know what? Most girls, that's what they're doing, right? Like, you know what I mean? Like, they're not valuing the qualities. They're looking, like JR said, they're going to look for height. They're going to look for whatever, and they'll figure it out after. If you're not the guy for them, well, I got my kid. Go pay child support. Sure. Like, you know what I mean? So
I still need to maintain the lifestyle that you were providing for us.
Yeah.
So you got to owe me that too.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, let's come back to this point when she gets pregnant.
Yeah. This time November.
Yeah.
That's it on the Giannis thing?
Yeah, that's it. Man, honestly, he's just I don't know. I hate to see like him go through it because he's like,
a cool guy.
Yeah,
I wish
he is,
success for Giannis. I really liked him a lot.
But damn, what a fall for the Bucks though.
All because of Doc Rivers.
Well, technically, it's because they wanted to push Adrian Griffin out. So you got what you wanted, technically.
Why'd you hire him, though?
Yeah.
You must have got Giannis approval when hiring him.
They
what
did.
drastically changed?
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand because Adrian's actually, like, trying to coach you? I don't know. And it ruins his career.
Yeah.
Because he's not going to get another head coaching job. Doc Rivers, like you said, most likely will get another coaching job down the road if he wants.
And also, too, like, the Bucks, they're a small market team. They're not a New York or LA where you hear the rumors of what goes on in the locker room and this and that. So there might be tension that we don't even know because they're not going to get that coverage that, you know, the Knicks will get or the Lakers will get or Philly would get, right? So who knows? There could be like actual trouble, like drama going on and we have no idea. But
Love Kingz.